What's in there, Moose? Huh? Well, good morning and welcome back to Balfour Farm. This morning I am just out clearing fence line. This is an area I plan on putting the cows today that I haven't had them yet this year. I did check the fence first thing in the spring and it was good, but yeah, stuff falls on it. So the project of the day and the week is to, we're gonna get out and start mowing hay today. And my goal is we're gonna mow it, rake it, bale it, and wrap it all in one day, hopefully, if everything goes okay. Heather's gonna help me today with raking and moving hay and wrapping hay. I gotta get some fence up real quick here so the cows have somewhere to go after milking. Lauren is up milking the cows right now, so and she should be almost done. I don't know how well the camera shows it, but the grass is incredibly tall. But so is the vetch. Look at that. It's almost 4 feet tall. Oh, that's incredibly difficult to walk through. Oh yeah, and the thistle is about 3 feet tall, so I'll have to come back and cut that. Well, this is a little annoying. Of all the places a groundhog could decide to build a hole, or dig a hole rather, right where my post goes in a corner post of all things. And then, I don't know if you can see the pole, it's tilted right over. It wasn't bad enough to do it once. It decided to do it twice. What's in there, Moose? Huh? Yeah. Well, I'll have to fix those posts, dig a new hole or something, and do something with that groundhog, try and get it out of there, but that's another day. You looking for mice? You've come to help? You want to come help? Want to help put fence up? All right, let's go. Moose, come on, bud. Good boy, come on. Good luck mouse hunting. Find a mouse. Too bad I couldn't train you to eat groundhogs. Come on, Moose, let's go back to the barn. Well, there we go. Job one is done. So the cows have the whole hill up there, and there's a patch of trees for them to have some shade. It's not going to be super hot today, but next couple days it will be. So they'll have access to that cluster of woods up there on the top of the hill for at least the next 3, maybe 4 days. So but anyway, we need to get out and get into the mower and start mowing some hay. Actually, I need to grease the mower first, and then we're going to hit the road and get going. So we're finally ready to go start mowing. What I plan to do today is I'm actually going to time everything. It was Heather's idea. We're trying to figure out our cost of production over everything on the farm. So one of the things we're not entirely sure of is what it costs us to make hay. So today I'm going to, I've filled up the tractor. I'm going to keep track of how much fuel it is to mow, how much Heather will use to rake, and then what our time is. So mowing, raking, baling, and then the wrapping. So figure we're gonna get it all done in one day, so it'd be a good day to track it and see what happens. So I'm gonna write down the time. Heading off to mow the first field, and don't know how much I'll get done today, but we're gonna get something done. Okay, so there we go. It's 10:30, and I'm just starting to mow. Way up on the hill, it's a little wet, so we may have to go around that, but we're gonna get at least 8 acres cut, and we'll see how many bales we get here. All right, so we just finished up that 8-acre piece. It took exactly 2 hours to the minute. So I've decided to keep going, and I have this about a little over 2 acres in 2 separate pieces, but they're only just over an acre a piece. Normally it's pretty wet. It's kind of up by the woods and it's on a hill, so I've made it through it so far. It is a little muddy right by the woods, but anyway, we're going to give it a go and hopefully get the entire field mowed 100%. Okay, well I just finished that, the full 10 acres. Originally I thought I'd only do part of it, but turns out the hill was dry. So that extra 2 acres took an extra hour though. So now we have, into the 10 acre piece, we have 3 hours. So normally I mow at about 7 miles an hour, but it was rough and muddy. It's been muddy in the past, so it's been running up. So had to drop down 2 more gears, and so it slowed things down a lot. So 2 acres took an hour versus the other piece I was getting 4 acres an hour. All right, just finished mowing. That's 3 hours of mowing. So 10 acres there, and there's about another 3, so about 13 acres roughly. Like I said earlier, some of it I had to go a lot slower, but anyway, Heather is here and she's raking. Well, Heather got all of this field raked while I was gone. Went and grabbed some lunch and grabbed the tractor and baler and fueled up. And now you can tell, maybe you can't see it in the camera, but she is definitely off over there. There's a cloud of dust coming up, so I'm gonna get this baled. All right, ready to bale. All right, so we started this mowing at 10:30 this morning. It's now 3:30. I actually just came back to the field to start baling. They grabbed some lunch, and I fueled up the tractor, got the baler, but keeping track of exactly how long it takes us to do everything. So Heather's been raking now for just a little over an hour, about an hour and 20 minutes. Oh. Take 2. Oh. Just gonna roll it all the way back to the farm. That's what I just said. I think I'll back up out of the way for this one. Hey, there we go. Okay, well I just finished baling up the 8 acres of that 10 acre piece. We left the 2 acres up on the hill. I don't know if I've talked about it yet or not, but it was pretty muddy. We're going to give it a couple days dry out. We'll make some dry hay out of that. So the 8 acre piece here is done. I'm going to head off and do the 2 little pieces next door. And then Heather is actually here hauling bales off the field. So I don't know how many trips we're going to have, but it's going to be a few. So okay, I thought I would just hop out of the tractor here. I actually just took a snack break. So take a look at the hay. It is really nice over here. Yeah. So the windrows are really nice here. Probably could have got raked up a little bit tighter, but overall it's there's a lot of hay there. and it's really nice looking hay. There's a lot of clover and a lot of vetch in here. Gonna make some good feed bales. This was only mowed a couple hours ago. Today we are headed out. We're getting an early start. I have a bunch of hay that I baled up yesterday, so I need to go haul that back to the farm and get it wrapped and hopefully get some more hay done. It's going to be 96 degrees today with a heat index of 104, I think. So a hot day. So we got to get started early. Hopefully get done early. There's 11 bales on the wagon. I have a couple more. I have 3 more trips, I think, to make. So this is all hay that I had baled yesterday. It's silage bales, so I need to wrap it this morning. It's about 5:30 now. I had planned on getting a little bit earlier of a start than this. Today is Wednesday, so Heather is in Portland at the farmer's market. I get up at 3:30. Heather actually got up at, I don't know, 2:30 or something. So she had some paperwork to do before she had to head off to market, but got the truck packed. She's on her way to Portland, and now I am gonna go haul hay and wrap hay. So it is supposed to be 96 today for a high temperature, which is pretty darn hot for me. So gonna try and get this done early. I've got a lot of other projects up at the farm I want to try and get done. We are keeping the cows up by the barn today because there's shade, and then they don't have to walk very far at all. So they can just walk straight to the barn and straight back out. But I do need to feed them some hay, and there's not much grass up there for them to eat. Okay, well, I just finished hauling back all the hay. There was 38 bales, so I'm actually walking. The bales are back there with one of the tractors. Need to walk back up the driveway and get the John Deere with the wrapper. Well, that took a little bit longer hauling that hay back than I thought it would. It's just after 7 o'clock now. And the hay field was 2 miles down the road, which isn't terribly far. but it was slow going because I put 11 bales on, so that's about 13 or 14,000 pounds on the hay wagon. So go a little slow. There's no brakes in the wagon, so you can pull it as quick as you want. Well, not all that fast, but you can pull it pretty quick. You just can't stop very well. So we take our time, especially on the hills. So the pigs are all set. They've been fed and watered once today. Lauren is actually going to go back after. It's noontime now. I just had lunch. Lauren's eating her lunch. She'll be going back in there, watering the pigs at least once more this afternoon, probably twice, and then I'll do them again this afternoon. It has been incredibly hot. We've had 3 days of record heat here. So we're kind of taking a chance this afternoon. I have the tractor running right now with the AC going to cool it off. It was incredibly hot in there. But I'm about to go ahead and hook up the mower. And this could be a mistake, but they're calling for a chance of thunderstorms this afternoon. Who knows? But anyway, we're gonna cut some hay this afternoon. It's a small field and it's right close to the farm, so it's only 5 or 6 acres. So we're gonna take a shot at it, and worst case, if it does rain tomorrow, it's supposed to be sunny and hot again. So we should make the hay okay. Well, I just finished mowing. I actually decided to mow 2 separate fields. Can't help myself, I get carried away. I like to mow. Anyway, this here is a field that's here on our farm. It's about 3.5, almost 4 acres. So I've knocked down about, probably almost 8 acres. And the whole time I was mowing, I was listening to my headphones and a podcast, so wasn't paying attention to the weather. So right after I got done mowing, I turned off the podcast, turned on the radio, and the first thing I hear was chance of severe thunderstorms this afternoon. So I immediately went on to the phone, checked out the weather, and yeah, it looks like there's a massive blob of really dark red headed right to us on the radar. So I can hear the thunder now. Great. And the wind's picking up. The best plan is to let this grass lay. Don't rake it up. It's all mowed out and spread out. Tomorrow is going to be up in the 80s again and sunny. So first thing in the morning, if it's nice out, I'll come out, rake it. Probably rake it twice, knock it over once, knock it over a second time, let it dry, and then we'll bale it and wrap it tomorrow. So I'd really hope to get it all done today, but it is so hot today. Not sure, but I think we might get a thunderstorm here. Whew. All right, well, that hit was a little too close to home. Well, it doesn't look like the rain's going to stop, or the wind, or the lightning, so I'm going to have to make a run for the house. I'm in the pig barn at the moment, but this weather's crazy. Boy, that turned quickly. Just half an hour ago, maybe 20 minutes ago, I was on the tractor mowing hay and the sun was out. Oh, it's my fault. I mowed hay. I said there was a chance of rain. I made it rain. Get under cover here. Looks like it may not last long. Well, we are back at it this morning. It has been several days since this video started, and we've been incredibly busy putting up hay. Got a ton of hay in, which I will show you. A lot of it we did in one day. So start mowing one day, and the same day we would have it all baled, raked, baled, and wrapped, and put away. All right, so like you would have seen earlier, I recorded all the times of what we baled, raked, baled, mowed, you name it. So I have a full idea of exactly how long it took. We wound up with 45 bales, so not super great yield. I don't know that this, trying to figure out cost of production is gonna be the very best on what we did here, mostly because obviously that one piece was a little thin on hay, so the yield would have been down, which is going to kind of skew numbers. And then also where those two small pieces, which I said were muddy, I had to go so slow. I don't know that our times are going to be the best representation of to come up with a cost of production. But anyway, it's a start. Overall, it took us about 10.5 hours from start to finish. That includes everything from mowing to raking, baling it, hauling it back, and then wrapping. So there is the finished product. So this big stack on this side is leftover hay from last year. We're actually going to, I think there's probably 50 or 60 bales roughly there. That'll be heifer feed. We'll feed that to the young stock. And then this here is all of this year's silage bales, roughly nearly 100 bales, probably 90 some odd bales here. So just a real quick rundown on what the times were. Took 4 hours to mow, which I had wrong in the video at one point. I think I corrected it. Couldn't add. 4 hours to mow. Took an hour and a half to rake it, just over an hour and 35 minutes. Baling took 2.5 hours. Hauling took an hour and 45 minutes. And then it took an hour and 25 minutes to wrap. So we started at 6:30 in the morning. No, that's wrong. I can't read my own writing. We started at 10:30 in the morning, and there's been plenty of days we've started at 6:30. We started at 10:30 in the morning, and then we ended at, it was just about 5 minutes to 9 at night. So overall, 10.5 hours. Give or take, roughly, if my math is correct, which it may possibly be wrong. But anyway, there we go. That's what it took, and to get the hay in. I'll actually do another video at some point in the future on our exact cost of production for hay and what we think it's going to cost. I am going to do several more fields, kind of the same way that I just did that, just to make sure. Really want to have a good idea of and a good representation of fields. So whether it's thin hay that's hard to mow or really beautiful, easy to mow fields with a high yield. So it'll give us a better idea of exactly what the yield and also the cost is. All right, well, that is gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more of what we're doing here on the farm, and we will see you next time.